Welcome to another Shameless Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatch, you're watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. I've already seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. Some episodes I have seen more than others, and for the most part, this is a really good show. The last few seasons aren't the best, and this season so far I'm not liking it at all on my second time watching it, but you know what? We have at least 7 solid seasons in my opinion. Season 8 was pretty good other than the finale. Season 9 is hit or miss. It's still okay. It's just season 10 and 11, so really good season of a show. I'm not going to hold the final 2 seasons against this show. And if you want to jump ahead a bit and see my thoughts, or listen to my thoughts, or watch my thoughts on the Shameless series finale, you can click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. That's the end screen. That will be the link to my Shameless series finale rant when the episode actually aired. So with all that said, this will be Shameless Season 11, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called Slaughter. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Frank sees a box on the porch, and it's from Terry, but it's shit in the box. And he thought it was going to be like donuts or something like that. So Frank puts in that back in with the Milkovich's things. Lip and Tammy get woken up by some banging noise. Someone has put a real estate for sale sign in their yard. Lip tells the guy to take it back. The guy says he's just doing what he's told. And Lip's going to call Milton right now. Debbie tells Sandy it's a big day for her and Franny. But for Franny, she can't come, though. She's got stuff to do. And we see that Debbie, or I should jump ahead a little bit. Mickey and Ian are wearing cargo pants. And then Debbie finds out that Sandy owns a car, even though she's never mentioned it before. And she actually puts Franny's tracker in Sandy's stuff. Liam can't sleep because the Milkoviches are throwing things at his window all night. He also doesn't like that the dog is racist. V tells Frank and Kev to talk to the Milkoviches. V's going door to door to get black people to vote who didn't vote in this election. Milton's selling the house. He says sorry, and Lip says it's a dick move. Lip tells Tammy it's a handshake agreement, not a lease, so there's nothing he can do about it. Lip says they can find another place. The Milkoviches are skinning a deer that was hit last night, and he's like drinking the blood. Lip and Tammy check out some listings. Debbie finds out that Sandy's at some random apartment. Ian and Mickey are being followed. They are held up by Mickey's cousin Lou. Lou takes $1,000 from them, but he leaves them money because he's like, all your family, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Mickey is mad at Ian because he should have a gun, a real gun. Lip knows the history behind the house that Tammy and him are about to look at, but Tammy doesn't know, and he tells the real estate agent that he wants to keep it that way. And then we have Sergeant James and Carl scare a shoplifter, and he ends up wetting himself. A young kid. Kevin V, or I should say Kevin Frank tell V about the Milkoviches branding themselves. So that's right. He was drinking the blood and branding himself in addition to skinning the deer. So that was crazy. The head of the deer, the dead deer, is now in Liam's room, and he's absolutely freaked out by this. Lip and Tammy find out they can come down from the $110,000 asking price because of the house's history. V is about to get people to vote in the election. Sergeant James tells Carl not to question the way she does her police work. Debbie finds out that Sandy's at a strip club. Liam goes to the alibi. Was going to take a shot. Like, he's messed up from seeing this dead deer, of course. He's not able to take the shot, and that shot ends up going to Frank, and Liam gets soda. Kev wants to kill, or Frank wants to kill Mrs. McCurdy. I think I said McCurd in the last episode review for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Kev says he's not in. Like, I'm out. He's not a part of the team anymore. Ian tells Mickey they're going to need a new ride. V realizes that all the black people are now gone from the area. Lip asks Tommy if he can take a look at the electrical at the potential new house. And then Kev tells Tammy the story of the house and the people that died there. Mickey and Ian steal an ambulance. V finally sees a black woman, and she complains about President Obama, which makes V annoyed. She says Obama is from Kenya, so the right-wing talking points, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm certainly not against it, just so you guys know. And Franny gets her picture with Queen Justice, who's supposedly supposed to be some wrestler chick. Debbie, to get her closer in line, like puts the thing over her head to say that she's a cancer patient, a stage 4 cancer thing or something like that. Terry tells Frank not to touch his gate. Frank shows Terry his flyer that he made. Terry falls for it and tells the boys, just get employed. He wants to just get in Terry's place or the house to, do something to Mrs. McCurdy. Ian and Mickey are having fun driving around in the ambulance, and Ian says Mickey can get a gun now, and he wants one as well. And then Ian and Mickey want to get it on, so they go kind of off the side, and they go in this place, and there's actually a dead body in the ambulance. They're not sure what to do with the body. The Malkoviches leave. Frank goes over to the house. Sergeant Janes fell and needs medical attention, but she doesn't want Carl to mention anything to anybody about it. And Carl says, "Don't worry, Sergeant. I've got your back." Frank unplugs Mrs. McCurdy's ventilator, and it turns out she's still alive, and she actually grabs Frank by the balls. Lip and Tammy agree to buy the house, even with all the issues. Carl is giving Liam a gun and says it's okay if he shoots a Malkovich. No one cares. Ian and Mickey drop the body off where the homeless people stay. Carl chases the shoplifter from earlier as he wants to talk to him for a sec. He takes off running. Carl catches up with him, and Carl tells the kid to keep an eye on Mrs. June. Like, let's not do this over here and all that. Brad tells Lip the new owners are going to reduce his hours at Born Free, and then one of the new owners tells Lip he's fired when he asks a question, and Lip goes after him. He actually headbutts him. Debbie tells Sandy that she put a thing in her bag, Franny's tracker, and Sandy says she bartends at the club and she basically lives in her vehicle. It turns out that she has an ex-husband as well, and he's coming for her, Royal. Kev tells Frank that Frank tells Kev that he pulled the plug, but Mrs. McCurdy didn't die. Lip tells Brad he's unemployed and about to be homeless, and asks Brad how long it's been since he's drank, and Brad's like 2 years, and then Lip pulls out a 6-pack, talks about robbing Born Free, and we don't see what happens after that, and I don't remember if they drink, but I'll find out, I guess, in the next episode review video. And then we have Liam. He shoots a gun up in the air or in the sky, and the bullet comes back down right into Terry Malkovich. And then Terry Malkovich lays there appearing to be paralyzed while the racist German Shepherd licks his crotch area, and that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So it's okay. Again, these season 11 episodes, it's just missing a lot. I'm going to give it a 7.0 out of 10, which is actually a good score compared to some of these review videos for season 11. My characters of the episode are going to be Lip and V. And that's pretty much all I have to say. But now I want to hear what you have to say. So make sure you Hulk smash the like button if you're a fan of Shameless. And if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, share this video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you score the episode? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? Remember to click right here for my Shameless series finale wrap video, assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDF TV.